Hey guys, and welcome back to DireWolfWargaming. Today I'm painting up this guy here, which is a Mantic Points hero, and his dog. I can't remember the exact game he's for, but I got these two along with a dwarf banner bearer, a Kerno banner bearer, and a dwarf stone priest, I think they're called, romantic. But anyway, this guy and his dog are going to be painted up as my two very first Frostgrave crew. The bases they're on aren't going to be those bases. I'm not too sure how I'm going to base them, but I'll think about that as I go along with painting him. And the dog will be based however he's based. But anyway, so this is the guy I'm painting today, because I'm eager to kick off with the Stargrave that I've just got for my birthday recently. I want to get one crew member at least done straight away. So what I'm going to do first, he's been primed black, as you can see. What I want to do first is totally cover the black with another colour, which will be peridot, which is like a poor man's emerald basically. So I'm just going to basically go over with this ultra metallic paint, totally scrub it in. I'll try and avoid the beard and the hair as much as possible. So here's what we'll do, just scrub him over. Just trying to get the paint on all of the bits, because he's mostly metallic and I want him to be in green, because green is my favourite colour, more specifically peridot, so it works out well. I'm probably never going to sell this guy, so if I was planning on selling him, I'd probably match him to his picture on the Mantic website, but he's going to be part of my Stargrave crew. So I'll either make them all pretty greenish in colour, or I might have them all in different sorts, but he's in predominantly metal, so I'm just going to get all this peridot over him. So I've got a bit left to do, but you can see it's a lovely colour. It takes a while to dry, but I'll finish this off and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so with the metallic green, the peridot dried, I'm using my secondary colour on him. He's going to be in metallic amethyst. So there'll be areas like here that I'll do. So I'm just going to pop it on. So I think the purple will look good against the green. See, just a bit there, and we're doing the other shoulder pad. So other areas I'll hit up with this. I'm going to do the wings gold, and the little central bits there I'm going to do gold as well. The weapons I'm undecided on yet. I might just do them quite normal looking. I'm unsure. Although that look beast head there, I'm going to do amethyst as well. So get it nicely done up into the purple, because it's a lovely colour this is, and I don't get to use it very often, because not a lot of things really require a metallic purple. So yeah, that's how that'll look. I might even leave the hammer green and then do some edging in some jade, metallic jade. So how that'll look. I think that looks pretty good. Again, the little ball there, the little whatever it is implanted in, is can be done gold. The shaft I'll probably do pewter. I'm going to do these armour plates, amethyst as well. These ones here on the legs. Don't really have a plan of what I'm doing with him. I'm just seeing what looks good literally right now as I'm painting him. Let's take a look at his back. So I've got some armour plates on the arms as well. I can do amethyst. It's this area here on the shoulder. Got a bit on there when I first started. Have to be touched up. No big deal there. So I've got the armour plates here on the arms, which will need to be done. Apart from that, I've got the back of the legs to do. I think that I'll just leave it at that for the amethyst. So I'll get all the purple done and I'll be back. In fact, actually, what's that on his arm? Here. What's that? I'm not too sure. It's too close to the armour plates really. So I'll get all the purple done and I'll be right back. Okay, so now with all the purple done, you can really see it all on him now. On the weapons, all over the armour. I think it really looks good against the peridot. I haven't done his face yet, and despite saying that I would try and avoid his face and beard, he got completely covered by the peridot. Anyway, so next up on him, I'm going to be doing the gold, which is the next trim colour that I'll be using for him. So these bits, there, bit there, maybe even in the eyes of the beast on the weapons as well. I think this looks really good actually. When I first got him, he was in pieces. Obviously, glued him together, blacked him up. Still thought it looks so, but actually seeing the paint go on it, yeah, I actually really do like it a lot. And I'm glad I'm keeping him for my Stargrave warband. Anyway, so on with the gold. So we'll start with the wings on his head. So that's one of the places it's going to have the gold. I haven't touched up any of the green yet from doing the purple when I've slipped whilst trying to paint on camera. Still getting used to it. That's why the majority of the painting I'm doing off camera. I'm just sort of showing you the places I'm hitting up with the specific colours. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing both the wings like that. I think that looks really good. It's another ultra metallic like the other two. And then there's the trouble is it reflects the light really well. Just there and just there. Like that. Any little extra areas like here can be done gold as well. This is just like filling in the blanks on the figure now. Anywhere that, like on the ends of here, I think, could be doing it with a little bit different from the green. It's just going to be done gold. The shaft, still conflicted about. I'm going to do it gold. It'll stand out nice, make him look really top drawer, like he's, really fancy. Hopefully he lives up to all his fanciness. Just slipped on the purple. I don't know what character he's going to be in Frostgrave yet. Not Frostgrave, I keep saying that. Stargrave yet. But when I find out, I'll tell you. He might even be the leader of my little ragtag crew. I was thinking about having a crew with my Star Trek figures as well. I mean, I've got a ready-made captain in the best Star Trek captain, Captain Kirk. There we go, it's really roughly done it. Where else can I hit upon him? There, right there, right in the centre. I kept this green because I knew I wanted to do it gold, so I didn't go over it with the amethyst. Just hard to paint on camera. So the main areas I'll be hitting up with it. Oh, and then on the firearm as well, I'll be doing things like the ammo here at the top and here feeding in. So yes, as I say, it's just filling in the blanks basically on the figure, and it stands out from the green as well. So I'm going to do all the gold and I'll be right back. Okay, so now with all the gold done on him, and yeah, I did the rings on his beard gold as well. I think it looks pretty damn good. I'm going to use the final metallic, which is a jade colour. This is just to go on the edges of his hammer. There. Like that. Just to add a bit something extra to it. And I'm just going to use a little bit of it just to fill in these two tiny bits here. So it's just a bit of extra jade on him. So just turn the hammer, you can see the jade on there, just to add a bit of extra detail to him. So next up will be the flesh. Okay, so now moving on to the flesh, so I can zoom in a bit to his face, because it's the only place that has flesh on him. So I'm using a pale flesh, so I prefer most of my figures. Just there we go. Just slip it on in there. Doesn't matter about getting it anywhere else, because I can spend extra time trying to fill in the flesh, or I can just take a second later just to touch up the flesh. There we go. So now I'll do the beard. The beard, I'm unsure about what colour to do it. I'm going to have a think about it. It'll either be orange, white. In fact, no, actually, I'll do it a light grey. See you in a bit. Okay, so now I'm doing the beard. I decided on the light grey that I wanted. So I'll do it light grey, and then I'll do a little bit of a dry brush of white over afterwards. Makes him look like a aged space explorer then. He's spent most of his career accumulating the wealth to get all this fancy gear together to go off and accumulate more wealth. The bits behind I'll do off camera in a second. So yeah, it's just going to be this nice light grey colour, and I'll just simply do a light dry brush of white over the top of it. Make sure all those areas of peridot are gone. So that's how it's going to look basically. So I'll be right back, and after that's done, it'll be varnish. So I'll have to get my nice brown wash ready. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so now that's quite hard to see because of the metallic paint's reflecting light. He has had his beard done fully, and I've touched him all up, so he just needs a good old varnish now. A little wash, browny, blacky brown wash. So just to finish him off, so just gonna go over him like this. This stuff, it's best just to slap it on and move it around afterwards before it dries. So it's always better to have too much on there that you can move about than not enough on there and it looking awful. So I'm just going to slap this on and then I'll move it about off camera and he'll be done, and we'll be moving on to his dog. I think I'm going to do his dog a burnt orangey type colour. I think it'll look quite good. Might even do some little splotches on him as well. See, as you can see, it's all swelled up nice. This stuff is brilliant. It is absolutely amazing. It's like a magical wash. It just makes the figures come so alive after it's been put on. I absolutely love it. That's what it looks like there. I say I just got to move it about a bit. But we'll be moving on to his dog next. Okay, so now with him drying with the varnish on, with his dog, Spock came in not too long ago and knocked him on the floor, so the primer's chipped a bit, but it ain't that bad to be honest. And looks like we've got some sort of robotic leg, which I'll probably repair it up. So trying as hard as possible, much harder than I tried with the dwarf's face and beard. I'm going to try and put this lovely burnt orange colour, I think it's called, what's it called? Mars Orange, over the entire guy, dog rather, and then I'll be dry brushing it with another orange, burnt orange colour called Orange Spice, which is slightly lighter. So just to focus him a bit better, and then we'll start painting. There we go. So try and get him over, avoiding that leg as much as possible. Added a bit of fluid to the mix. It's gone a bit thicker than normal. Isn't that bad. I'll put 2 slightly watered down coats of it on. I'll just do the leg anyway, which saves faffing about. They're the end of the world. It'll just look a bit like the his furs sheening close by to it. So just make sure he's fully covered with this first slightly thinned coat, and then I'll put the next coat on once he's dry, because he's a bit patchy with just one thin coat on, real patchy. And then when I come back I'll be dry brushing him with the other orange. Okay, so the main burned Mars orange is on, and that was dry brushed with something called Orange Spice. They're both really nice burnt orange colours. And now I need some sort of alien type dog. I'm going to do the inside of his mouth with this green. So pop it there at the back, drag it down. The teeth will be done in a second, so it doesn't matter too much. So there we go. So that's that done, and I think I know what colour to make his eyes. that's going to be done with the Peridot. I want to put some markings on and do some splotches. So next I'm going to do the eyes. Okay, so the eyes, I've decided I'm going to do a nice bright yellow. So just going to do this here. There we go. And the other eye. There we go. So now I'm going to do the leg. Okay, so now with the eyes done, I'm going to do the leg. Now on the website it just looks like there's a bandage over the leg, but I'm going to do it as a full metallic leg. Something like Fallout, where you got the king's dog. Something like that, basically, like some sort of bionicle leg, basically. But it's going to be Peridot to match the match his owner. Bit like a collar then, yeah? Goes on just as good as that with the black. And it's quite striking against the burnt orange too, which is nice. I actually quite like the way this is going together now. I need to touch up around that eye a bit, which I'll do after doing this leg. The way I think I'm going to base these is probably put them on normal bases, normal 30mm bases, but then cut out special bits for the base, which I'll probably offer for sale on my website, which can be like bits and pieces of ship rubble, stuff like that. So that's how he's going to look. So I'm going to have to be an unusual video, because normally I base them all, but I probably won't base them in this video. I'm going to design and cut out special things to stick on the base, like bits of ship rubble, as I say. Anyway, the leg's done. Next up is going to be the splotches on him. Okay, so now for the splotches I'm using a dark brown, which I'm going to just splotch on, obviously, and then I'm going to just put black over it. But I also want the dark brown up his legs, like this, and over his paws. So I'll go on all of them apart from the metal one, obviously, and the splotches are just going to be like, press the brush down, some more paint on it, load it up, press the brush down, there we go, press the brush down, there we go, like that. Bit much there, to be honest, but doesn't matter too much. So that's what I'm going to do with that. I also want to make the ears like that as well, and the nose will be done black, but very tip of his tail. Nah, let's make the whole tail, and the tip can be black or something. Sorry, off camera there. But there we go. So that's what it's going to be like. So I'm just going to do all the chocolatey colour on him, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so that's what it looks like now that all the chocolate colours on him. And whilst the chocolate's drying, before I put the black on, I'm going to use an off-white, like a tanny type colour, to do his teeth. There we go. That's him with his teeth done. So all I literally need to do now is do all the black on him. If you just like in there, just a bit of black here and there, just in the centre of those brown splotches, and on his nose, and the doggy's done. Okay, so I said I was going to do black in the brown, but I've decided to use a really dark blue just to make him look a bit more alien than he already does. So got my dark blue here. Literally all I'm going to do, just put a little bit. Oh, that's a bit watery, hold on. Not dry my brush properly. But let's try again. So just put it a little bit in the middle. Just stroke it down so it looks like that. And just splodge it into the other areas. See? Now it's looking a bit like a bright blue, but it will dry pretty dark. Just doing the very tip of the tail. Turning around, another stroke like that. As I say, it's just to make him look a bit more alien. But you're definitely not going to bump into a dog that looks like that. Daniel Arco Park sort of thing. So that's all that's happening now. There's a bit of this blue. There we go. So it does dry quite dark, which is good. And for the ears, the nose can be blue straight away. Nothing wrong with that. For the ears, just the edges like that at the very end. I mean, look at an animal like that. It looks like a pretty cool. Oh, I've missed a little bit there. Looks like a pretty cool mutant dog companion. Alien, Martian, mutant, whatever you want to call him. So all I've got to do now is wait for that to dry and then varnish him, and he's done. And that'll be it. Okay, so with all the blue on him done now, just got to do the brown wash, and then he's fully done. So just gonna move it along on, fill up all the little bits of detail on him. I've actually really enjoyed doing him. He looks proper like an alien or a mutated dog. Probably more alien with the blue all over him and the yellow eyes and the green lips. Yeah, it's proper good doing it. I wasn't originally going to get these from the Mantic box, but I'm glad I did now. And there we go, look. He's done. So I'll put these on the turntable and we'll be right back. Okay, so these guys are both done now, and I really like how they turned out. I really like the full metallic scheme on the dwarf, and I really like the way I decided to finish on the dog. Obviously they're not based yet, so I'm going to decide how I'm going to base them. As I said, during painting the dog, I'll probably design some bits and pieces of starships, like hull plates, rubble, debris rather, little power cells, things like that that could have been left behind, and put them on a 30mm base. Put some of this stuff I'm going to design out of MDF onto the bases, and yeah, just do them like that, because then they can be in a variety of scenarios really, because in the book the scenarios can vary from like a facility to a jungle planet. So if I do like some sort of mix between some sort of mechanical stuff like a hull plate on the base, along with like the ground, like a jungly ground, or even just a, in fact actually like a, maybe even a burnt orange type of ground with, I don't know, bluegrass or something totally different, because I don't often get to do weird grasses and strange coloured grounds, because, you know, even with fantasy it's mostly just green grass and, you know, normal coloured bushes. But with this, I think I got a chance to really try something new, so I'm going to do something totally different for them. Anyway guys, that's it. If you like the video, please leave us a like, it really helps us out. Feel free to subscribe, and check out Instagram, it's DireWolfWargaming. You follow us on there, you can keep up to date with all our latest products and whatever I'm up to, painting wise or gaming wise. You can also check out our website, DireWolfWargaming.com, for our MDF products. I do blog posts on there at times, but it's mostly just copies from Instagram. And I also do a painting service, so if you like the way I paint and you want your figures painted like that, just text me, email me, call me, message me on Signal. That's it though guys. So and we're also on Discord if you want to find us on there to chat. But that's it. Subscribe guys and join the pack.